Well, folks, this is Sty North. We're taking a little walk into camp down the woodland trail from the parking area. We're about 3/4 of the way through or more. This is just the trail coming into the base camp. And along this trail, it's very wooded. You can see a shelter that I did a video on not too long ago. It's a lean-to shelter. It's hard to see back there. The focus isn't that good, but it's there. That's the trail heading back out towards the parking area. It's about 1/4 of a mile, and we'll turn back around here and head back down the trail going into base camp. Try to keep the camera as stable as I can. Well, look at there. There's Heartroot. There's Blondie heading home. She likes heading back to base camp. I think she found something. Hopefully it's not a nest of bees again. She has a habit of doing that. But here we are. There's a good view of Heartroot and base camp coming in the back way. This is the way that you'll come in when you come to Camp WTF. First thing you'll get to when you come into base camp, of course, is Heartroot. We have a lot of good times here in Heartroot. You're going to learn a lot when you're here at camp. There's the back of Sty's quarters. That's where I spend, probably close to 8 months of the year. I'm living in that. And this brings us back around. We're coming out of Heartroot. You can see our intro sign to Heartroot. That's our common fire area where we all gather around at night. You can tell that we've got trails somewhat marked throughout the camp area. Off of Heartroot, one of our camp areas is pretty close into Heartroot. It's right back there. You can see there's a shelter back in the camp area. That's one of our pods. And again, beyond that pod actually, about the length of maybe 2 football fields, is the beaver pond. We all like hiking out to the beaver pond. Sit out there, watch the sunset. It's beautiful. But this is coming down into camp. Base camp, I should say. This is, again, Sty's base camp in Heartroot. Great place. We're going to head down the trail here. Now keep in mind, Sty's out here all year long, so not everything Sty does is primitive or semi-primitive. He tries to keep it as close to that as possible, but he does have some amenities, like a steel fire pit. I use it a lot. I'm emptying the thing constantly, but there it is, a nice steel fire pit. And there's base camp. Got a nice awning over it. Use a big camo tarp over the top. Keeps me nice and dry. Keeps it shady when it's hot out, except when it's like it is today, upper 80s and 90% humidity or more. But this is base camp. Lots of seating area around Sty's fire pit. I like to have the clients come and visit me in the evening if they're not around the big common fire. Come on over and sit around and chat. And you can see I always keep a good supply of fire starting material and firewood. So come on down to Sty's base camp and let's sit and talk things out. Now up this hill, going up this hill a ways, off to the left and off to the right, are 2 of our other wilderness camping areas. And now you just come down here a little bit, and you turn, and there's the main trail from the beaver pond. Off to the left here, there are what we consider close-in campsites. Nobody's set up there this season, well, late this season. But we have two sites that are close in, and they're around this area we call Beaver Bayou. It's usually has standing water in it, but we've had such a dry year that it's pretty well dried up this year, which is nice for the mosquitoes. But this is our trail that heads to the beaver pond. We'll take a quick walk out. Oh, and then off of this main trail, there's the shelter. These trails are actually unimproved. The forest floor is not very tolerant to traffic. We don't weed whip this or cut it down or anything. This is just people walking on it that keeps it open like this. And this brings you out to the road, what we call a road, that takes you to the beaver pond. And the beaver pond is just beyond this timber, down at the end of this road and off to the left. And straight down the end of this road is a large meadow with nothing but natural wild grasses and plants. And we go down there and we look at some of the plants and some of the uses of those plants. And this road, going the opposite direction, takes you down to Big Jim, Rory, and Stye's homestead. And we're down this road about a quarter of a mile. We ask that our campers don't go into our homestead because that's our private life down there. Everybody's got to have a little bit of that, right? Okay, and this is what the trail looks like again when you're heading into camp. We'll take a quick walk back in. And this is what it would be like if you were hiking in here from the pond, which I'm sure you come and stay with us, you'll be doing that quite often. Everybody wants to go to the pond, especially in the evenings to watch that sunset. It's beautiful. Nice relaxing place to just kick back and watch Mother Nature do her thing. It's a beautiful place. I can't for the life of me understand why anybody would not want to come and spend a week with us at Camp Wilderness Thriving Fundamentals. It's peaceful. You'll leave knowledgeable. I'm absolutely certain that you'll feel well rewarded coming to camp. Look at it this way. You come to camp and you'll be buying yourself some memories. You'll be buying your knowledge. But I guarantee you it's not just buying it. You come and learn and earn that knowledge when you're at Camp WTF. So again, from Stye North and the whole crew at Camp WTF, come on down. We want to see you. You all have a nice day. Goodbye.